Welcome back to the channel, and boy oh boy do we have some CCIV news for you guys. We're going to talk about all the major news things that came out with CCIV yesterday, but before we hop into that, we ask you guys hit that sub button. It's the best way to support the channel. It's the best way to stay up to date on all things CCIV and all things related to the stock market. We also got links in the description for Webull where you guys open an account, you get a free stock valued up to $300, so who doesn't like free money there? Also, if you deposit $100, you guys get 2 free stocks valued up to $2,000, so even more free money to put into CCIV if that's what you're looking to do. But we also got links down there for the Patreon, and we got one down there for the Discord, or that's for the Discord, and one down there for the merchandise if you guys are interested in that. But without further ado, man, let's give it some razzle dazzle and hop into it. So CCIV announced yesterday the merger date. Chad's going to talk about all of that here in a second, but before we get into that, let's just talk about CCIV in general real quick. For those that don't know, I'm sure you guys probably know, but CCIV is another electric vehicle company looking to make it into the market. They have yet to start actually delivering vehicles, but that's going to change later this year. And yeah, just start with the merger date, man. Let's get it.
All right, so the merger date is July 23rd, which is, we've been waiting on for a while for an actual official merger date. And the good thing is too, this just came out and it's only, a little over a month away from when they merge, which is just fantastic. But some other news, they're expecting to do 500 cars, 577 or around this year deliveries. We talked about it in our last video, but they were supposed to do delivery starting in spring. That got pushed back just because part shortages and stuff. And their explanation was we could start delivering now, but use lower quality material, or stick with the original plan, the same quality of, premiumness that they all are going to offer. And, basically do things the right way, but we're going to have to push back production, which either way sucks, but I would rather they stick with the original plan, put out quality instead of just trying to rush to the market. Because, if you just rush something to the market and it turns out to be crap, that's just going to kill your brand there.
That's how you're gonna have problems. And I think that's where Tesla's run into a bunch of problems, especially with they're testing their autonomous driving and stuff like that. It just runs into problems, accidents and things catching fire and people reporting all these bugs and issues. It's like you're rushing it and it's causing quality issues, and it's not good for the company.
Yeah, so even though they're only doing 500 cars or around this year, they're still expecting almost 100 million in revenue. Which is
outrageous.
Which is just fantastic. But just some more quick info. They're expected to do 20,000 cars next year, which to me, really that's their first year of really starting production, and they're already doing 20,000. To me, that's pretty good. And the factory that they have in Arizona, once all the phases of the factory is complete, they're going to be able to do 400,000 cars out of just that one factory.
Which is crazy.
Which is just insane. And I don't have an actual date of when that's supposed to be finished, but I'm expecting a couple years or something. But still, being able to produce 400,000 cars and you just started really coming into the market, that's pretty nuts. But Lucid is kind of like a... Go ahead.
I was going to say the cars that they're producing, they're not something to joke at. These are totally competing with Tesla, and they're going to compete with NIO. I think once NIO steps into the stage, the Lucid Air, the Air Dream has 1,000 horsepower, over 500 miles of range. The little pricey, just a little pricey.
Yeah, it's pricey, but
but
when you compare that to the Model S Plaid Plus was going to be, it's pretty much the same price. And that's something else I wanted to talk about too. They were only going to do 500 of the Air Dream models, and now that Tesla canceled their Plaid Plus, which is kind of the Air Dream's competitor, I'm assuming a lot of those people that wanted the Plaid Plus are gonna just go over to Lucid, and so I'm assuming Lucid is going to eventually open the doors for more deliveries or more orders than just the original 500, because those 500 are already spoken for. They're already reserved. So it only makes sense to do more. But Lucid is kind of I don't even know the right word for it. I'm just going to call it a super premium brand. They're above premium. I was reading some articles, and they were saying that they're setting themselves above Porsche or Porsche,
Right.
depending on how you want to say it, and all those other companies. So
right. I mean, if we look at the website, look at the website right here. We can see that on their website, you can see their cars in the background. These look luxury, which I'm sure, again, if you guys are watching this video, you guys know who CCIV is. You know who Lucid is. These are like luxury cars. The insides are fantastic. They got the whole, it's like a glass, almost like roof up top so you can see all around. Like, these things are definitely going to be higher end cars, which is a good thing and in a way, but I think in order for, this is kind of more of an off-topic thing real quick, but I think in order for EVs to really take off in the States, they're going to have to really lower their price, which I'm expecting. Lucid, Tesla, NIO, once all these cars start to really come into the United States, I'm expecting them to drop their prices on, like, they'll eventually make a cheaper car for the average American that isn't spending $80,000 on an electric vehicle.
Right. It's just like what Tesla did when they first started. They, you know, their cars were all over 100,000. But, you know, you make more money that way. And like we said with NIO, their explanation was pretty much you start with the higher end cars because higher profit margins, which means more money to put into the company for R&D and everything, which totally makes sense to me. Kind of goes back to our other video too, where we said you don't want like a Kia situation where you start with the cheaper cars and then you try to make a luxury car and it's like, it's still
no one's gonna trust that.
right. So it's better to go the other way around.
Exactly.
But one other thing real quick. With Lucid, their lowest range car is higher than Tesla's highest range car. So I mean they did this on purpose, which I thought was kind of funny. So the Model S long range is 405 miles of range, and it's $75,000. The Air Pure model from Lucid has 406, so that, you know, they just had to do the one extra mile just because to say they're better. Right. But it's only, I mean, it's still 70,000, but it's, you know, it's cheaper, I get, you know, than Tesla. But I think it's just awesome that all the cars that they offer, and there's 4 in their lineup so far, their range is all better than Tesla's max that they offer. So I think that's awesome, because really when I buy an EV, that's literally the only thing I care about is the range.
Right. And I think that's what a lot of people are going to care about. But if we look at the stock on the day and show you guys what it's doing for the day, we can see that it is actually up about 2%, just under 2% on the day. It's kind of been up and down all over the place. It really hasn't like chose a spot to stay. It's just kind of been going up and down all day. But we have mapped out, it looks like a decent support and resistance lines here for CCIV. Obviously back in the day, right before the announcement of the merger, with them merging with Lucid, we saw this thing run all the way up to $65. And those that got caught holding the bag got all the way down here to $20, and
unfortunate.
It sucks. But yeah, so it seems that $17, around the $17 mark, seems to be a solid support line for CCIV, and it looks like a resistance of somewhere around $25 or so. So we're stuck in this range. We did see this run up here, but I think a lot of that has to do with Wall Street Bets over the last week with their pushing meme stocks and pushing all these stocks are being shorted like crazy. I think we're going to see this run up though once we get the official once the merger day gets here. I think we're going to see it run up, and I think we're going to start to see it kind of go up once the deliveries start to go out.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a lot of things, like I think we definitely see this thing going up in the future. And there's even predictions out there that by 2026, that this company is going to have $20 billion in revenue with 20% gross margins, which is absolutely ridiculous. Right. Absolutely ridiculous in the next 4 or 5 years. So hold on to your seats with this one. We're going to see where this goes, and we can look at the stock charts as well for CCIV. And so obviously we were off the charts back here when it was blown way up. Like everyone was trying to catch that hype. Didn't want to miss that train. And then it sold off when they announced the date. Everyone, bought the rumor and sold the news. And then now we're starting to push back up towards 70 here, a little off the charts, which is where we saw, up towards the almost 30 mark, $27 or so. And it's pulling back now. But we are above the 50-day moving average, which is good. But let's see if we can hold it here. Now we're back towards the 50 on the RSI index. We'll see if it can hold there, and we kind of level out and then just keep working our way up slowly and push off into new highs.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if it holds above 50, because like I said in the previous video, before the whole correction thing, we always pretty much held above 50. Anytime it hit 50, it would bounce back up to 70 and then go back down to 50 and so on and so on. But with this whole correction thing going on, it's kind of been staying around between 30 and 50. So this is going to be interesting to see if it, once we get to the 50, if it starts bouncing back up, because to me that just validates even more that this is kind of the market turnaround.
Right.
So yeah, I'm definitely excited for this stock, this company in general. Their battery tech and everything is just awesome.
But that's going to wrap up this video. We hope you guys enjoyed this kind of content. If you did, let us know in the comment section below. It's a little different than our NEO content, but hey, we're trying to branch out and touch other things. And you know, there's more stocks out there than just NEO, as many people don't really believe. But I'm one of them. But again, that's going to wrap it up. We got the, hit the like, share, notification, but all that stuff down below. And we also got the links down in the description that we talked about at the beginning of this video for the Weeble. We got one down there for the Stock Dudes merchandise, and we got one down there for the Patreon. And thank you guys so much if you've made it this far in this video. Let us know in the comment section below. Type out the word like "I win" or something. Let us know down there. I'm a winner. I win, something like that. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Let us know in the comment section so we know that you made it. We're going to give you a little heart next to your name. We're not going to heart every comment in this video. We're only going to heart the ones that say I win or whatever, stuff like that. So again, thank you guys so much for all your support. We'll see you in the next video.